Hi, thank you for watching NVIDIA blog. Today from Zurich, Switzerland. Now many people will look up to billionaires like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, you name it. They think that what they have achieved in life, being a CEO of multiple or one or multiple companies, having so much wealth, so much influence, so much status, that is something that most desirable in life. That's what they are reaching for. They want to be at least a little bit as successful as these billionaires. Now, of course, I'm here to say that yeah, I am absolutely not looking up at them at all. And I don't say that to you know, out of a coping mechanism, like, oh, I will never achieve that amount of success, so I'm tearing them down or something. Or like, you know, when somebody's up there, it's easy to criticize them. But it's more out of really a concern that I have, that people perceive this as the most high status, the most achievable. Because like I say, it's totally not. And I'll explain you why. Being a billionaire, being a CEO of these companies, means that you are not free. You will never be free at all. You're just like a king. You have to accept your place, your role, and you can never break out and become free. Like a king. The king got his kingship out of ancestry, and he has to accept it. He cannot deny it really. There's no way. He's being brainwashed from a young age that this is the place that he has. Yeah, he has to accept it, and probably he will, because all the wealth, all the power, all the things that are coming with it are of course also somehow a little bit appealing, to say the least. But if I would choose to be born like a royalty or a free man like me, I would definitely choose to be a free man. I'd rather be poor and free than rich and enslaved, because that's what is happening if you are royalty, or if you are a CEO, sort of modern royalty. You have responsibilities and you cannot live your own free life. It's just how it is. If Elon Musk, for example, wants to live in nature, totally abandon everything, it's basically impossible. People will find him, people will just stalk him, companies, lawsuits, everything. He is not free, he's never going to be free like that. And that is something that I feel is absolutely something you should pity. If you will never be able to just leave everything behind, go to another place, live naturally, in a log house, with self-sustaining, with some animals. Of course, it's the most horrible thing that you can think of, because in the end, that is what everybody wants. Every normal human being wants to live in nature with his family, maybe extended tribe, means like direct family, uncles, aunties. And of course, that is impossible if you are so important, if you are so wealthy. People will hunt you, people will do things to you, they will bother you in that certain place that you stay in. So it's always better, in my opinion, to not become so important. Lower your importance. If you think now that achieving like a status of a CEO or a career or wealth, if that's desirable, it's not. It's totally not. Like I say, you can say, oh, but you can say, but you've never been in that position, you've never been a CEO, you've never been wealthy. But you don't have to be wealthy to understand what slavery is. And you have your imagination, so you can understand what it means to be important or wealthy or have responsibilities. You can see it. You can see it every day. If you follow media, I don't follow media, but if you will follow media again, If you will follow these billionaires and you will see the news around them, you see that they're totally trapped, worse than you can imagine. So it's nice to have wealth, to have influence, to have status. It seems nice, it seems appealing, but in the end, in your daily life, I believe it will make you miserable. And to deal with this miserable feeling, you will also become more corrupt. Like Bill Gates, for example. He is so in love with his power that he starts to do things that are maybe good to him, but not to others. And that's worrisome. You see the same corrupt behavior with dictators, and it's not good, because your soul gets corrupted. This is of course bad what they do to other human beings, but the main problem is that their soul gets corrupted, and this means you will never be free. You are so attached to all these artificial things, wealth, status, importance, also all these responsibilities. But your soul gets corrupted, and when your soul is not free, because you can say, okay, physically you're not free, you cannot live in nature, but it also means your soul is not free. That's the most important thing. You are caught up in this world and in all these artificial things that are corrupting you. And in nature you will not have this corrupt soul. You would not want to do things that are harmful towards others. You don't want to control other human beings. You don't want to implant a chip or some other things that you want to implement into people, if you know what I mean. Then of course you're not free. You're a slave of your corrupt soul to control others. And this is the worst thing. Like I say, it's horrible as a person to not be free and live in possible to live in nature. But of course, when you lose your soul, when your soul gets corrupted, taken over by greed, but more, I think, by the need of power, the need of control, yeah, this is not good. I don't believe this is absolutely the opposite that you should strive for. It's absolutely damaging to your soul. You always want to have a clean soul. That's why I will always reject these opportunities, business deals, proposals, anything like that. I just want to stay small, want to live small, off-grid, self-sustaining, in nature, have no importance, have very little wealth. Because then I know I attract all the good things in life. I know my soul is not corrupted, is clean. And I'm here to learn, I'm here to prepare my soul for the moment that I shift forms, aka dying. That is important to me. So people that think that they can corrupt me with money, with status, attention, importance, responsibilities, I deny that. And I don't say that I feel better than anybody else like these billionaires, but I see that spiritually I've grown much more. Because if you can reject that, then of course you are way more ahead in life. And I mean in the spiritual life. You are further, because you see that this is not what life is all about. You see that the little things in life, family, taking care of animals, taking care of nature, living in nature without wanting to damage nature, living in nature to restore nature, replant nature where it has been damaged by agriculture, for example. You see that you've grown. You've grown out of this childish behavior of wanting wealth, wanting importance, wanting status, wanting responsibilities, wanting to control people. That's all childish behavior. It's spiritually small. And you never want to be like that. Because for yourself, you are not free. You are not free physically, and you are not free spiritually. Your soul is trapped. So that's why I refuse to look up to any billionaire. It's not more like I'm refusing, like I'm fighting it. It's more like I just don't see what's so appealing. I feel a form of pity towards them. Like, I'm so sorry that they still have to live like this, and that they, you know, could be wonderfully in nature, fishing, having a fire, enjoying life for what it really is. So that was it for today. From Zurich, Switzerland, I say thank you for watching and see you next time.